Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Brian, and I have been uploading to sites such as Redbubble and TeePublic for a little over a year now. Throughout this journey of highs and lows, I have come to learn a few things that I'm hoping will be able to help you on your print-on-demand journey as well. I'm an avid Photoshop user, and I love to discover ways to cut down on the time spent designing, but still allowing me to create high-quality designs that are appealing to potential buyers. One thing I absolutely love is using keyboard shortcuts to help me during the creating process. And as you join me on my YouTube journey, you'll soon become aware of this and hopefully pick up on some of these tricks as well. I have been following and watching some great YouTubers over the past few months with respect to print on demand, and I finally decided that it was time to add my voice and experience to the mix as well, so that hopefully I can provide value to you as well as you develop your own online print on demand presence. And if you are not a beginner in the print-on-demand world, well, perhaps the method I'm about to show can be added to your design creating arsenal as well. Today, I'd like to spend some time talking about creating different color variations of a text design in a short matter of time so that you can upload multiple variations of that design in order to increase your online real estate presence. As many have said before me, print on demand is a numbers game, and the more slots you have showcasing your designs, the greater the possibility, that is if they're good designs, to catch a buyer's eye enough for them to make a purchase. Now, before we jump over to my Photoshop screen, I would really appreciate it if you could smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. I have a lot of good content in the pipeline which I believe will be very helpful to you. So now, with that said, let's jump over to my Photoshop screen and get cracking on the method that I use.
Hi everyone. Okay, so here we are on Photoshop and I already have a canvas opened up. I like to use the dimensions for Merch by Amazon, which is 4500 pixels by 5400 pixels. And I typically like to start with black for the canvas color. Now, one of the things that I personally enjoy doing is having my windows floating. I don't like to have it open, but obviously that's everybody's preference, and obviously you can create according to whatever it is that you like. Now, before I start anything, I like to use my guides in order to make sure that I'm centered, and I always like to leave a little bit of a margin at the top, bottom, and sides so that obviously I don't go over, and I try to keep everything as balanced as I possibly can. So in order to do that, again, I like to use keyboard shortcuts, and in Photoshop, it's simply clicking on the Alt key, the letter V for View, and the letter E for New Guide. Okay, so first I set up my vertical and horizontal center guides. So in this case, vertical is going to be 2250, and then I click OK, and then Alt V E, and I click on horizontal, and this time I choose 2700, so that's dead center, and then I put in my margins. So we're going to go Alt V E, and since I have my horizontal, we're going to choose 100. And then Alt V E, and the opposite is going to be 5300. So I like to go in about 100 pixels on each side for the margins, sort of my little personal buffer preference. Now we're going to do the vertical ones, Alt V E. All right, so clicking on vertical, and I'm going to choose 100 for my left, and then Alt V E, and I'm going to choose 4400 for my right buffer margin. All right, so here we go. We've got our guide set, and now what we're going to do is we're going to create a simple text design. So we're going to click on T for text, and I'm just going to open up a box where I'm going to put in my text. All right, and making sure that my color is set to white. I'm going to turn on my caps lock because I like creating text designs all in caps lock. Again, it's a preference. And then I just type something. Let's say I love dogs. Okay, so I've got my text down. This is what I want to create, and this is what I want to make different color variations of. So what I normally do before I start adding color variations is I set my character and paragraph parameters. Now I've got this little window over here on the right, all right, which you will find by clicking on this A icon over here for character and your bars. All right, and you choose your font size, okay, and then all of the other variations that you have over here, including increasing the height of the text and the width of the text too as well. Now, If you want to adjust the size of the text, you can simply hover your mouse over the T icon over here, and whilst holding the left mouse button, if you move to the left, you're going to see your text shrink. Oh wait, I have to highlight it first, sorry about that. So I'm going to grab it and I'm going to decrease, and you can see your text is decreasing so long as you're moving to the left whilst holding the left mouse button. Now, if you want to increase it, well, continue holding the left mouse button and start moving your mouse pointer to the right. And you can see that it's growing to the size of the way that you're moving it. Now, once you're happy with it, you can just simply let go, and that'll be the size that your text is going to appear in. Now, if you want to be a little bit more specific, I had it set to 260. You can just simply click into the box there and type on the number keyboard 260, and then hit enter. And obviously the size of your font will adjust accordingly. Alright, you can also increase and decrease the height and the width of the font simply by navigating to the field over here. So in this particular case, if I want to decrease the height of the text, well, I just hover my mouse pointer over the T, I click the left mouse button, and if I move to the left, you can see the text is starting to decrease in height. If I want to make it higher, well, I just move to the right, and you see the text getting taller. Alright, and the same holds true with respect to the width. So I click on the T for the width, and as I move, it's becoming tighter, and if I move to the right, it becomes a bit wider. Alright, so once you're happy designing the text to your preference, alright, you can just simply click on the move tool, in order to be able to clear your highlighting. Alright, and now here's where the magic is going to happen. Alright, so the first thing that I want to do is I want to create a color overlay. Now, let's just clear this here. So I'm going to head down to the FX tool, which is at the bottom of the screen here, and I'm going to add a layer style. So I'm going to click on it. We're going to have this window open, and I'm going to choose color overlay. Now it doesn't matter what color comes up. Alright, I have it set to green, which is the last color that I use. That's absolutely fine. Once you're happy with it, click OK. Alright, now before I do anything else, I'm going to group this layer into a folder. Now you might say, well, it's only one layer. Don't you normally put multiple layers in a group? You do. You can, but you can even have one. And for this exercise, for this example, one is more than enough. Alright, so I'm going to hit Control G on the keyboard after making sure that my layer is highlighted. So Control G, and here we have the I love dogs text in the group layer. Alright, now once I have that done, okay, I'm going to hover my mouse over the color overlay, and then I'm going to press and hold the left mouse button. I'm not going to let it go, and then I'm going to hold the Alt key on the keyboard, and I'm going to drag that color overlay into the group over the word group 1 and let go. And now you see we have color overlay. The effects is in the group folder. It's no longer in the text. Alright. Now, in order to create multiple ones, I'm going to create another text layer, another color overlay into the text file, which I did again like this, and it's green. Again, doesn't matter. If you want to change the color, we can just click on the palette and choose, let's say we're going to choose red. Okay, so now I have a red with the text, and I have a green in the group layer. Again, I'm going to hold the Alt key, and I'm going to grab the color overlay, and I'm going to drag it up. See how it turned blue over there? That's where it's going to come on top of the previous one. I let go, and now I have the red and the green. Notice that the color overlay that I did in the text is still there, and that's absolutely fine. Leave it there, because what I want to do, let's say for example you want to create, I don't know, 4 or 5 different color layers. Well, you're going to repeat the same method for as many color layers as you want. So I'm going to hold the Alt key, I'm going to grab that color overlay which is attached to the text, and I'm going to drag it up on top of the previous color overlay, and I'm going to let go. Now we've got 3. Let's say I want 4, so I'm going to click on that one, I'm going to hit the Alt key, I'm going to hold the color overlay with the left mouse button, and I'm going to drag it up. And now I've got 4 different color overlays, which is going to affect the I love dogs layer. So I'm going to turn off the effects here. Alright, and now all I have to do is simply go in and adjust the colors for each color overlay that I want. So let's say I want to turn them off, and I'm going to start from the bottom up. So we have green. I like the green. I'm going to keep it. Then we have red, which I like to as well. And here, the color overlay is going to be red as well. So we're going to modify that. And let's say I want to do a yellow. So I'm going to grab the color all the way down to yellow over here. And yeah, that's pretty fine over there. So I'll leave it over there. You'll see that the text layer changed to yellow. And then I'm going to turn on the top layer of the top color overlay, which is red again. So I need to modify it. And let's say I want to change it to blue. So I'm going to change the color. I'm going to grab one of these arrows and I'm going to drag it down to a blue that I would like. Now, keeping in mind that I want this text color to be over a black background. So I want to make sure it's a blue that's going to stand out against the black. So yeah, that looks pretty good too as well. If I want to be a little bit more specific, I can adjust the RGB numbers or the hex code. Maybe I can find a nice blue on the internet. I can Google nice shades of blue, get the hex code of one that I like, and then I can just copy it and paste it over here. But for this example, this blue is fine too as well. Alright, so now I'm going to click OK, and I click OK here, and now I have my I Love Dogs layer, not only in white, which is the original one that I made it, but I also have it in blue, in yellow, in red, and in green. Alright, so if I turn off those color overlays, I get it back in the original white too as well. And if I wanted to make one in black too as well, simply I just hold the Alt key on the keyboard, I navigate my mouse over the color overlay in the text layer, I click on it, and I drag it up to the top. Let's say I want it to the top, and I'm going to double click on that color overlay, and I'm going to choose black. Now if I just type 0 in the hex code, I get pure black over there. So I'm going to click OK. Now obviously you can't see it, but if I turn off the background layer, then I've got I Love Dogs in black too as well. So effectively, I have 2, 4, 6 different color variations for this text design, which then I can save each as a separate PNG with a transparent background. And I've got 6 different variations of this text design that I can upload to the various print-on-demand websites that I use. So it's as simple as that. Now you might say, well, what if I want to add another text into it and just obviously keep the different color overlays? Well, you can do that as well too. So you click on your text layer. Let's say I'm going to turn it off. And let's say I want to create another one. So let's turn the background layer and get black back again. And I'm going to choose T for text. I could choose T on the keyboard too as well. And I'm going to drag out another text boundary wall. And let's say I want to do I love cats. Okay, now the color, we still have black on, so I'm going to turn that off. And, oh, sorry about that. And here we go, I love cats. So now, not only can you get 6 different designs for I love cats, but if I copy and, let me see, if I'm going to copy this layer style, I'm going to paste it on I love cats. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different color variations for I love cats. So we're going to have one in green, one in red, one in yellow, one in blue, and obviously one in black, which I have to turn off the background layer in order to see. It's as simple as that, folks, and well, I hope that this has helped you. Like I said, I'm going to be putting a base template in the YouTube description so that you'll be able to download it too as well. So that all you have to do is just simply modify the different colors according to whatever color palette you wish to use, and then you just simply put in whatever text you want to use, and you can make as many designs as you'd like using this template. So I hope it's provided value for you. I hope it's you've enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget, please like, subscribe, and share this video, and I look forward to seeing you again in an upcoming video. Take care for now. Have a great day. Bye for now.